fellow introverts, it's Maddie again, and this week I'm here to talk about some of the struggles that we face as avid readers. Now don't get me wrong, I think reading is great. If I didn't love reading so much, I wouldn't be here in front of a camera every week. Reading is a great way to experience new things and go on adventures from the comfort of your own room. It's great exercise for your brain, and as Mr. Darcy reminded Elizabeth, it's a great way to improve your mind. But sometimes reading can kind of feel like a love-hate relationship. I mean, as a reader, you have to deal with those people that always say, "No, I'm not going to waste my time reading the book. The movie will be out in a couple years anyway." And if it's not them, it's always those people that say, "Oh my gosh, you need to calm down. It's just a book and they're just fictional characters." Deep breath. I understand the rage that you feel right now. So this week, I made a list of the top 5 struggles that I feel the worst. Struggle number 1 is multitasking, specifically eating and drinking while trying to read. I experience this every day. Usually I try to just power through the pain, but I usually end up just skipping the meal and picking the book. The problem with eating and drinking while reading is that you can't look at your plate or drink while trying to read your book. Now you can hold open your book with your thumb and pinky, like so, while eating and drinking, but it kind of hurts your pinky after a while, and it ruins the spine of your novel, so you'll end up looking like this. The second struggle I experience a lot are those dang social butterflies interrupting my reading, and it usually goes something like this. Hey, Maddie. What are you doing? I'm reading this book. I just got to a really intense part. Can you just wait a couple minutes? I mean, isn't that the same book you were reading earlier? You still haven't finished it? Don't you feel like you've read enough for today? It's time for us to go do something. I don't want to do something. I am doing something. I'm trying to read. I just think it's a little rude that you're reading while I'm home. Wouldn't you rather go to a party or something? Reading just seems so boring to me. Well, I think it's rude you just interrupted my reading time and insulted my favorite hobby. No, I don't want to go to some party with you. The third struggle I face as an avid reader is not enough, which is kind of a 3-parter. Not enough time, not enough money, and not enough space. I can never seem to find the time to catch up on my reading. I always want to read a book slow to appreciate it, but I always have to power through it because there's a long list of books that I have to read right after it. There just aren't enough hours in the day to read. There are nights where I'll be sitting in bed reading a good book, and I'll look at my phone and go, "It's okay if I read one more chapter. I can get 6 hours of sleep again, it's fine." And there will probably be some point in time where you'll ask yourself, do I really need to buy groceries this week? I think there are some bills I can skip this month. Yeah. But by far, one of the worst not enough struggles is the not enough space. My sister does this thing where she double rows her books on her bookshelf, which drives my OCD self insane. It especially sucks when your purse doesn't have enough space to take your book with you. just go in. My gosh. Struggle number 4 is when you suffer alone. You know when you've read a great book, but none of your other friends have read it, so you're just dying inside and no one else understands? And finally, struggle number 5, which might seem like a contradiction, but that is when you have too much time. You've probably experienced this if you've ever been caught up on a series and you had to wait for a new book to come out, or you've experienced this when you've ordered a large shipment of books and you have to wait for it to be delivered to your house. Shortly after you get your books, you really start to hate yourself, because you waited days for the books to get here, and months or years for the book to come out, and then you read it in 2 days. What were you thinking? Anyway, that's all for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're also a reader and you experienced struggles that weren't in my list, feel free to comment below, and we can suffer together. I'll see you guys next week.